moms over 40. Let me go ahead and spill some tea. Today I'm going to be talking about a way how you could save incredible amount of money on your dropshipping business by tapping into a lucrative tax saving strategy that will help you save a lot of money, guys. So if you're not doing this strategy in the middle of the year especially, you could be missing out on the potential of saving a good amount of money. And I'm going to go ahead and break it down for you how this works. So my assumption is you're already spawning some money with your dropshipping business. You're selling things on TikTok. You're the next wave of creators. You're creating content, and you're also the feudal lord, the bougie boss mom over 40. You have your own business. You're finding products from China. You're shipping those products and to your customers, and you're spawning money, the profits in between. So I wanted to talk about how you could save money from all of those transactions in terms of taxes. This is a quite lucrative question that I get asked a lot. How do you deal with taxes when it comes to mid-year, and like what can I do as a mom over 40 to maximize my money saving using some of those lucrative strategies? And what I do is I break it down and make it easy for moms over 40 understand how you could pull this off, especially if you have your own business. And keep something in mind, TikTok shop plus drop shipping hybrid strategy is something that I described in my previous workshops. So if you're not a mom who already specializing in that, definitely take a look at that business model because it prints. It's a very lucrative model, and you could do it on a part-time basis. So this way you have more time for your pets, cats, kids, and dogs. And all you got to do is you got to find a winning product, then add some upsells, and pretty much list it on TikTok shop and your own store. And then go ahead and blast a bunch of UGC content across all of those socials and start getting leads, start getting sales, and start generating profits. So I imagine that you guys are already doing that. You know how to do this. If not, don't worry, I have a Feudal Incubator custom coaching program that helps you learn how to pull this off. So this way you could become the next wave of creators. The next wave of creators are the types of moms who are not just one trick pony who just kind of wave their hands and hit the like buttons and knowing how social media works. This is not just, this is more than that, guys. Of course, there's some moms who only specialize on TikTok shop affiliate, and I also covered that as well. But to be the next wave of creators, to be the bougie boss mom that you deserve to be, the feudal lord, then the digital and physical feudal lord, what you need to do, you need to spawn up that business and not only be the business owner, but the creator who knows how to create content and who understands margins. And of course, guys, this is where the next wave of creators come in. This is what you need to understand for how to become one. But effectively, in case if you happen to be one already, in case if you happen to be the bougie boss mom over 40 who happen to have a drop shipping store and who knows how to execute TikTok hybrid strategy and earning money, then this is definitely for you. So guys, look, squabble up, bougie boss moms over 40. Let me go ahead and break down the tea for how the strategy works, guys. If you use the strategy, you're gonna spawn money 100%, guys, 100%. If you're not listening to this, then it's literally equivalent to you seeing $10,000 on a street and not picking it up just because you didn't listen to this workshop. I'm gonna go ahead and make the tea really spicy for you. Squabble up, bougie boss moms over 40. Let me break down the tea for how this works. And thank you guys for joining and allocating a little bit of your time. My name is Ron Wells. I'm a 21st century freedom rider, former certified math teacher for the state of Connecticut, and a full stack cybersecurity and cloud engineer who decided to help moms over 40 discover freedom faster. So guys, look, here's how the strategy works. So look, all you gotta do, I'm sure you guys are familiar with HSA. I'm sure you guys are familiar with several types of tax saving wealth vehicles. I'm gonna go ahead and list them real quick for you, and then I'm gonna give you the strategy that will help you save colossal amount of money, especially if you're like earning profits from your dropshipping business, or maybe you have like an Airbnb business, or whatever the case may be. You're earning some type of income and you want to write this off, but you want to do this quick, not when at the end of the year when everybody's losing their shirt and not really earning the most. That's what happens typically at the end of the year. People start selling stocks because they want to handle this tax kind of strategy, and of course a lot of people lose their shirt. So why would you want to do this? Why would you want to wait till the end of the year? Instead, you follow the strategy that I'm going to give you that literally will help you maximize your chances of saving money on taxes, and do so for your retirement, especially if you're mom over 40. So key here, as part of being that feudal lord, the physical and digital feudal lord, what you need to understand is there certain time periods throughout the year where you got to execute certain strategies. And nobody's going to tell you about those strategies simply because most of the coaches you see out there are one-trick ponies, meaning they only show you one part of subject matter expertise. They don't really jump in across multiple realms, the physical and digital realms and multiple business systems, and don't really explain the tax situation as much as I could explain to you. Why should you listen to me? Why? Okay, guys, I'm going to give you the reason why. The top reason is because I'm doing this. I'm investing in real estate across multiple countries, across Russia and United States. I do TikTok shop dropshipping, and I have my own talent agency, international talent agency, that you could learn from, and you could really start utilizing our expertise to become that one of the next wave of creators, those bougie boss moms over 40 that you deserve to be, the feudal lord who understands how to wrap around all sorts of high cardinality, heterogeneous complexities in a modern world where we live in today, that will be in such a way that it's just going to feel effortless as you make money. Now, our goal as part of our talent agency is to make sure that if you're a mom over 40, that you spawn money. But of course, that means understanding all of those details, when to execute strategies like tax saving strategies that I'm about to lay out over here if you continue listening, how to get access to grants, so this way you get basically free money. All you got to do is apply, and we have that available in our community where we have dedicated coaches for moms over 40 where we help you learn how to apply for a grant in case if you're already doing a business and happen to be in business for like 2 years. We have different grants available, so it's best for you guys to jump into my community. You could learn from many coaches that I have available that specialize in different types of expertise. So if you're mom over 40 and trying to figure it out, like, okay, well, what exactly do I want to learn? Do I want to be the bougie boss mom over 40 who spawned money, but because you're so busy you don't recognize the tax saving strategy, you end up kind of shooting yourself in the leg? Do you want to be that kind of bougie boss mom, or do you want to be the bougie boss mom who saves money on taxes, who knows how to navigate through those TikTok shop drop shipping strategies and Airbnb strategies to maximize your effective earnings? And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break it down for you how this works. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to list tax saving vehicles for you. Trust me, you're going to thank me later by the end of this workshop, because I'm going to be able to save you like $10,000-$20,000 just by listening to the clues. And guys, this is not just some random person telling you the clues. My name is Ron Wells. I'm a 21st century freedom writer, former certified math teacher for the state of Connecticut, full stack cybersecurity and cloud engineer, financial enthusiast, and somebody who wants to help moms over 40 spawn money. Guys, look, here's the strategies that you need to take in order to save that money, especially in the middle of the year. The first strategy is, before I'm gonna proceed with the strategy, I'm gonna discuss for who it's for. This strategy is perfect for any mom over 40 who have a business. So if you have a business, continue to listening on. If you don't have a business, you could still listen to this workshop, because it will motivate you to create your business. But anyway, so you gotta have your own business. For practical purposes, I'm talking about TikTok shop plus drop shipping. So if you don't have TikTok shop plus drop shipping expertise, don't worry, we help you learn how to train you, and so this way you could spawn money and make money from literally different directions, different ways. So the most important part for you guys to understand is the following. When you start spawning money from TikTok shop and doing drop shipping, when you become that digital feudal lord and physical feudal lord, you're gonna have certain wealth vehicles under your umbrella that you could use. The first one is HSA. HSA, this is perfect for any mom over 40 who happens to be a hybrid mom, who happens to be the type of mom who has a full-time job and who happen to have your own business. If you are the type of mom who have a full-time job and you have your own business, this is a strategy for you to maximize your number of savings through the middle of the year by executing the strategy and making out like a bandit. So guys, next thing I'm going to be talking about is how do you pull this off. So the first thing is you got to recognize that you got to fill up your HSA account. You got to fulfill your entire HSA account. This is health saving account. So make sure that you fill it up all the way, because that will allow you to deduct your income, taxable income from your W-2, okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing, you wanna, if you have a non-working spouse, like in my case, my wife is not working, immediately what I do is I I max out IRA and Roth IRA. There's a certain limit that you could max out. What I do is I split between IRA and Roth IRA. So that's the next thing I do. The other thing that I do is I max out my solo 401k, the employer contribution. Because if you're already a W-2 types of mom over 40 who working a full-time job, you're already gonna have a 401k that is just like where you could contribute the maximum amount. But did you guys know that you could have a secondary 401k? And that's what I do. I have regular 401k and I have a solo 401k. What does that mean? It means I can contribute a lot more money, employee contribution portion, into writing off my taxes, which is beautiful. Beautiful for who? Beautiful for anybody who has business. Now, if you don't have a business, then don't worry. I do have a custom coaching program, a full incubator, that helps you learn how to save that money on that across multiple vehicles. So right now, I just talked about a couple of vehicles ranging from HSA, ranging from IRA and Roth IRA, and ranging from 401k and regular 401k. So right now you're kind of understanding those vehicles, but did you guys know that you could still contribute to your Roth IRA as well and grow that money even further, providing that you, even if you're like even if there's certain limits for IRA and Roth IRA. So if you're within a certain limit, in my particular case, my limit is like $230,000. If it's above that, then I can contribute to Roth IRA. So what I did is I maxed out all of my tax saving vehicles, my Roth IRA, my HSA, my wife's IRA plus Roth IRA. I maxed out the solo 401k, and I was able to reduce my taxable income quite a lot. So this was the first thing I had to do in the middle of the year. This literally ended up saving me a lot of money, guys. So if you're a mom over 40 who happens to be a full-time employee and have your own TikTok shop dropshipping business, then trust me, this is the key. This is a very lucrative strategy. Now, first, when I didn't really have a business, for me, I wasn't really interested in any of those tax saving strategies. But as soon as I managed to start generating profits, it was like no-brainer for me to actually start utilizing those tax saving strategies. Because now, what many moms over 40, they end up finding out when they join my community is that they end up not only saving money on taxes, they also end up learning how to build their own feudal kingdom, their own business, their own TikTok shop, dropshipping business. Plus, they learn how to do this internationally with Airbnb, make money with their Airbnb by renting out a bunch of properties. In my particular case, I'm doing it across Russia and United States, so it's quite easy for me to manage those properties. And of course, I have a training program for that as well in my feudal incubator. It's a custom coaching program. And what I do, guys, is I try to make it extremely easy for moms on the go, for moms who are staying at home, whether you have a full-time job or if you have a non-working spouse, whatever the case may be. What I do is I analyze moms over 40 and give you guys your Freedom Fusion path, the most compatible path for you to succeed. So this way you could save some money for your retirement. I see a lot of moms over 40, they don't have a lot of money saved for retirement, and they're not getting that encouragement, accountability, and support. So that's basically what I wanted to say. Now, keep something in mind. When you start spending money with TikTok shop dropshipping, you're going to be getting profits. You're going to be getting profits, and you need to write off those profits. You need to write off the money from your taxes, and that's where those tax-saving vehicles are going to come in handy. And I promise you guys, if you start utilizing them, it's like finding free money. Literally, that's what it's equivalent to. But especially if you combine it together with a Augusta rule, where you are filing everything as a Schedule C. When you file something like on a Schedule C, when you go to your accountant, the accountant is going to say, for example, if let's say you're trying to rent out your Airbnb place, and they will say they will tell you, do you have a passive income or do you have like a not so passive income? And you could select between which form you want to fill out your taxes, whether it's Schedule C or Schedule E. So if you fill out a Schedule C, then you're going to have to pay that 15% self-employment tax, which is not bad, providing that you can write off all the other expenses that you do on Airbnb and allocate some of that portion into solo 401k. And when you do that, you just come out gunslinging, you come out with more What I see many moms over 40, instead, what they do, they kind of write things down with a Schedule E of their Airbnb property, and they don't end up kind of, because they are afraid of that 15% self-employment tax, and as a result they end up kind of paying more versus you getting more by doubling down on opening up your solo 401k. So solo 401k is one of those vehicles, tax-saving vehicles that can help you truly spawn money, guys. This is really good for anybody who have a business, any kind of mom who has a business and a full-time job. So if you have a full-time job and a business, go ahead and open this up. You still have time before the year ends. So this way you save money from your HSA, your solo 401k, your IRA plus Roth IRA for your spouse, and for your own self Roth IRA. And especially if you have like a bunch of money in your stock portfolio that grew from some of those long-term investment stocks, then definitely go ahead and sell it when it's high and populate your Roth IRA, max it out all the way. So this way your investment's growing tax-free. That's the idea, guys. And when you start growing your investment tax-free, it's going to be just gazillion times easier for you to make that money over a longer time period. And that's what I did. That's how I became a millionaire, guys. Doing nothing but this, a boring way of investing. And some of my investments went like almost 500%. And it's absolutely easy, guys, if you have the right people to teach you that. If you have the right people to explain to you how all of those strategies work. They work especially well when you are combining them with TikTok dropshipping, when you're combining them with Airbnb and multiple revenue income streams. When you do that, it just becomes gazillion times easier for you to make money. And of course, many moms over 40, when they start recognizing those tax-saving vehicles, they become more mesmerized by that and begin working themselves towards that goal of opening up their business, TikTok shop, drop shipping business, and so on. So if you guys want to learn more how to pull this off, how to open up your own TikTok shop, drop shipping business, and how to do this with multiple revenue income streams and save money on taxes, get grants, apply for grants, and be able to learn how to get even more money for your business, then go ahead and subscribe into my community. All you got to do is just DM the word PATH on my Insta. So this way you could hit the ground running and start working towards your Freedom Fusion goal. So this way you get to spend more time with your pets, cats, kids, and dogs, and have a lot more fun. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. If you guys want clarification on any of that, go ahead and subscribe. My subscription only starts at $14.99 in my community, where you could ask direct questions. And my custom coaching program, Feudal Incubator, is more expensive program. And of course, you could join that program and you will discover your Freedom Fusion path, whether you want to do TikTok shop plus drop shipping, or if you want to start off with TikTok shop affiliate, or if you want to start off with being an RV mom on the go, or any other kind of business models like Airbnb, etc. What we do, we help moms over 40 discover their Freedom Fusion paths. So definitely take a look at my channel, guys. Take a look at the latest business models and see if this is for you. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get going, and thank you so much.